Hi guys, it's Dan. Just filling you in on what I'm doing here. I'm going to put in some of these Metcalfe platforms, some of the stone platform kit. Never put one together before, so I'm hoping it's alright. I've done a little bit of Metcalfe stuff. I've done the tunnel portals there. These areas aren't finished off yet. You can see they're a bit rough around the edges. And I'm currently putting together the island, I can't remember what it's called, but the canopy island buildings that go on the Metcalfe platforms. Halfway through that, but I've just diverted from that for a second because I want to put an island platform in here. My plan is, and hopefully this works, and if it doesn't you probably won't be seeing this video right now, but I'm going to put some large sheets of paper sticky tape together underneath the track, and that will allow me to get the trusty grey lead and just basically draw a line down the side of the platform, side of the tracks rather, and cut that out, and then I can lay that over the top of the tarmac section that comes in this, the tarmac being the main platform area. And sorry about the focus there guys, and I can cut out the tarmac and work everything from there. Okay, I'm actually in the house now. I've just been working on these platforms, coming from out in the cold and into the warm house. So first thing I did, because I know that to match up to the existing platforms or the kits that you can buy from Metcalfe, you need to have the island platforms 88mm wide as far as the tarmac is concerned. So this is the tarmac that comes with the kit. Those of you who have put them together before will remember this. Now basically what I've done is I've measured 2 lots of 88mm and cut them down so that I've got the straight sections to start with. What I then did was I got a straight section. I got my template, which is actually under the board there. I got my template, and I put the template on top of the tarmac, and basically instead of cutting it out with the knife, I actually cut it out with a pair of what do they call them? Chicken scissors, kitchen scissors. They are, and did it that way, and it actually came out with a nice clean cut. I then went ahead and I got the other square one here with no cut on it, matched it up to here, and began to just put together the platform as per the instructions. Alright, I've done a little bit more, and I just wanted to show you the progress here, and I just wanted to show you how the curve has come up, which I'm actually quite happy with that. What I forgot to mention previously was that as per the instructions, I scored the end 68mm from that end to here, and then slightly scored that so that it would bend down that little bit, and I could put the diagonal ramp sections on. So I've done that. Then to stabilise it, I've used the stabilising tabs. They also said in the instructions that you can actually fold those in half and right angle them, but I think that they work just fine like this and probably get a better contact. That's only my opinion. I mean, obviously, there's the good thing about the Metcalfe kits, I find, is that you can do it exactly the way they say, or they do give you a little bit of free rein as to the way in which you decide to put them together. But either way, they do end up being very strong. And I've put the angled pieces here. These are just cut to, again, a rough size, but as long as you score both ends and follow the principle of, putting angled lines in there for strength, it comes together. As you go along, the actual grey strengthening sections that fit behind the brick sections here they're actually a different length to the brick sections, which works out well because as you go along, you have overlap on the grey card stabilising sections. So then you're overlapping into the next wall, which I think is a really good idea for extra strength, and it makes everything look pretty neat by the time you finish it up. Just wanted to show you how I am putting these walls on. As I mentioned before, left the section on the walls here, this is just the printed side. If I turn that over, printed side there, and then on this side here we've got the strengthening card on the back of the printed side. So you can see, or possibly see, sort of looking at that, we've got sort of double thickness along here, single thickness just at the end here. We need to join up to this part here. Strengthening card, grey card, printed brick sheet. So what I do is, basically we know that I've got the section, actually I'll do this section here because you'll be able to see this on the camera. So this section here, so basically put the card up against the, wrong one, start off with the right one, that'll help. Card there, and then I basically put the inner card in there first so that we know the overlapping section, put the back section on there. So then if I take that off and I turn that over, you can see that I've already marked out where the overlap is. Grab a pen or a pencil and I just mark that line on there, so that if I take that off you can see the line there. And basically the only reason I mark the line there is I still put glue everywhere down here. As with all the Metcalfe card kits, if you want something to really stick, make sure you really do cover it with a nice coating of glue. I use white glue, but I mean you can use the clear glue and everything like that. So yeah, cover everything with the glue, but then I will actually know to, once I stick this section on, only to stick it basically to that line. Give it a good press on, good stick on, make sure it's not going to come off. And then I can basically, once that's done, I can turn it over and attach it to the other side. So when I turn it over the other side, now of course this isn't glued, but turn it over to the other side, then it's going to match up. It's going to match up against the other wall there, which is obviously a hard demonstration for me at the moment because it's not actually glued. But you see what I'm saying. And then so that's how I organise the walls. I'm just going to go ahead and try and finish off this platform now. And here we go so far. I've put all the pieces together, and it's quite long. It's actually, now that I've made it and laid it down, it actually is longer than I thought it was going to be. I just rechecked the template, and the template was correct. It's just I didn't expect it to look this big. So I'll turn it over and show you the underneath section. So how it's all strengthened, box type strengthened, and really those, as I mentioned, those strengtheners can go wherever you like. I mean, as long as you're creating that strength. And so I just staggered them out, and it doesn't matter what direction you put them in. As I said just before, as long as you keep the angle principle, you know, nothing's as strong as a triangle. And here it is, the finished product with the edging strips, self-adhesive edging strips, which are actually obviously quite easy to put down. Although you do have to be careful as to when there's curves and things, you just have to sort of stick them down one little bit at a time as you go around, and they do tend to come up a little bit, but I'm sure they will stay down to a degree. And then of course I put the centre island canopied station in the middle there, and as you can see, I think it's quite a good effect. I mean, a lot of you have these. I've never had one of these Metcalfe platforms. I've never had a proper platform on a layout before. Actually, this is the only layout I've had that's actually had space for a proper platform. But I'm really happy with the way that's come up. It's really solid. It looks the part, and that station area goes on in the middle. Obviously, in this section here, apart from people, I'll have a couple of lights, signs, park benches, benches, planting areas, etc. And when I have the next platform along this section here, I'm thinking I'll have a walkway. Sorry, I can't think of what it's called at the moment, but a walkway across there as well. Not sure what I'll do with that, whether that'll be a Metcalfe kit or something else. But yeah, it fits in there quite nicely. We'll see if we can see it from this angle here. And as per the template that I used, it fits in there very nicely. So yeah, really happy with that. Just a bit of a close-up view here from one of the duck under sections of the layout. It's I think from these certain angles it looks quite good. Happy modelling. I'll keep going with my little projects in the engine shed and scenicking this area here, which is the next on the list. And I have the girder bridge sides for that area there, which are here. So they're the Pico bridge sides that I wanted to get originally. They'll obviously, they'll sort of go along here on both sides. Yeah, I think they'll look okay. I also want to get some green on that too, some sort of mossy type look and a little bit of rust dribbling down in certain sections. In the rain stained sections. So that's another thing that I'll do, and that'll be all part of scenicking this whole area here. So yeah, stay tuned. Once again, thanks for watching and keeping up with the progress, and look forward to seeing some of your videos as they pop up. Cheers for now.